following story is just purely fictional. Watch at your own risk. If there are similarities in names, places, or other things, it is purely coincidental. I only own the storyline, editing, and maybe voiceover if I have to. Deeply sorry for the grammatical errors, mispronunciation, or any mistakes. Thank you. This is just for entertainment purposes.
She giggles as she keeps scrolling through her phone, chatting with her friends in the group chat. Talking about some random things. Not caring about her surroundings. Didn't realize that she's been doing that for more than half an hour. Or probably it has been almost an hour. But then, while she's still giggling and typing, suddenly she flinched slightly when she heard knocking on the door. And instantly her eyes widened as she immediately threw her phone across the bed and sit as soon as possible. She cleared her throat as she immediately opening her book, trying to be as normal as possible. Before she speak a little loud. Yes, why, I'm still busy studying. Blinking her eyes as her heart already beating faster, she heard his voice from outside her room. Make sure you're done with it before 11, she gulped. Of course, don't wait for me, and then after that, she heard the slight footsteps. He left. After that she sighed in relief while putting the book back down on the table, resting her back on the chair. Glad that he didn't enter right away. Why so scary even just by hearing his voice? She sighed while closing her eyes. The girl just turned 22 last month. She just need to finish some assignments before the final exam for her graduation and get her degree. Maybe if she just like a normal student, it won't be like this. She won't feel the burden. But because 2 years ago, a simple yes makes her life changed so much. She was just a normal and kinda naughty kid. She always got spoiled by her busy parents, and it kinda affected her personality. She became kinda uncontrollable, taking something even important things too easily. Even about studying. She actually a smart girl, but then because of her naughty personality, she can also got bad marks, and cause her parents didn't have time to scold her. She thought it wasn't a big issue. As long as she can get better marks at last exams. But then, because of 2 years ago, she kinda need to make herself change. She can't be so childish, especially in front of him. This is probably the reason why her parents wanted her to do this. To marry him. But did she really change? Seems like it's a no. Wake up, she groaned, only. Can you hear me? You're awake, right? She nodded, eyes still closed. Then I will leave first. Don't be late. Or you know the consequences. She rubbed her eyes while slowly sitting on the bed. After a few seconds, she took her phone to check the time. And her eyes widened. What do you mean? You're joking, right? She groaned while messing up her hair. I wish I am. Alexa looked surprised. How come you got full-time? Professor let you in without any problems. She groaned again in frustration. I don't know. What I know is I need a good excuse or I'm gonna for sure. Alexa, her classmate shaking her head. Don't tell me last night when we chatted, you were not done studying. And that's when the girl looked at her, not saying anything. And Alexa understood right away. Shaking her head again in disbelief. You're for sure gonna. And she groaning loudly in more frustration after hearing what her friend said. We all done studying before 9. How come you— Just stop. Tell me what I should do. The results will get announced today itself. I don't have time. Alexa sighs. For hours later. The class became so serious, no one even dared to move from their seat. Cause the result for this morning's exam. Totally disappointing. For more than half the students. But usually it wasn't so surprising, cause this is not the final exam. Yet the atmosphere didn't change since their professor entering, with a cold, scary look, holding his laptop and started announcing the results since almost 5 minutes ago. He's the youngest professor, yet a 29 years old professor, a so charismatic man. Tall, handsome, sharp feature. A dreamy husband material. Except when he got angry. So scary. No one even dared to look at his eyes at that time. And over half the female here has a crush on him. Before he eventually got married 2 years ago. To his own student. And now, just the last 5 students need to get announced. The last 5 for the lowest. And next, I almost threw my laptop just by seeing all the answers. She closed her eyes. She knows who is it. Seems like you need to prepare your explanation for this very disappointing result. She gulped, looking down. Almost the lowest, some students got surprised, yet knowing her personality, they don't need to think about it. I hope you know the consequences will be worse if you run away. He closed his laptop, making some students gulp as well. Class dismissed, and she closed her eyes. She stood there, feeling so nervous while standing in front of her professor's office. Even without him telling her to come, she knows she should come. And here she is, still didn't have the courage to knock his door. But if she make him wait longer, it won't be good. She sighed deeply before she closed her eyes and... Knocking. and opening the door without waiting for him to tell her to come in. And without looking up, even though she knows he is there sitting on his chair, she speaks after closing the door back. I'm sorry, I won't get the same results for next week. I don't need that. I need the explanation. She gulped. I couldn't focus cause I got tired of running. And then, don't lie, and come closer. She sighed and nodded a little. She knows she shouldn't disobey him more. And then she started walking closer to his desk. But then at the corner of her eyes, she got a little surprised with something. Cause turned out, her professor wasn't sitting on his chair. Instead, he's standing while leaning his body on his table, crossing his arms. And she understood that he must have standing there the whole time while waiting for her, who stood outside his office for over 10 minutes. And she stopped in front of him, a step away. Perfect distance. Now explain. And if it's something that can make me mad, I guess you know it's better than lying. She nodded, hands playing with her fingers in nervousness. Knowing she should tell him the truth. Actually, I wasn't studying last night. I got too caught up in chatting with my friends, and I— Come closer. She again closed her eyes. Heart beating more. Because his tone was different than before. And she knows he is completely angry now, not only disappointed. But then, cause she's too nervous to come closer, she didn't realize that she's only standing there, not doing what he told her to. And it makes him more angry. So I guess only my punishment can make you stop playing around. She opened her eyes and slowly looked up. And she gulped when she saw his expression. She's done. Make sure you have another clothes. He took a step closer and, making the girl in front of him more nervous. Cause it's a punishment, not a reward. And right after that, she— Before he whispering near her left ear. I don't care that you didn't lock the door, she gulped as she cold a bit, instantly making her cause just like what he said, it's a punishment, not a reward. And I don't care if you tell your parents. What a naughty little girl. I will make sure you won't get to lie to me next time. He then smirked before. The man smirked and again whispering. I will make sure you can't able to, without my help after this. Naughty little wifey. And making sure she realized that this is really her punishment. He just scoffed, not stopping, not listening. He to her face after placing her on his chair, smirking proudly, seeing her couldn't even open her eyes cause of tiredness. Don't think it's end only with this. I will make sure to make you study in front of my eyes. He looked back to the floor and smirks more. Looking at her. Before he again focused on her. I will make sure your parents didn't think it's a mistake to marrying you to me. And also I will make sure you won't think it's a mistake. Suddenly she opened her eyes, still trying to catch her breath, and tried to speak. Their face so close. It's a mistake. The man slightly furrowed his eyebrows, a bit surprised after hearing what she said. What? She looked away. Yes, it's a mistake you made, as he suddenly saw her cheeks turning red again. Cause, you should have treated me like this every time I made a mistake. She looked at him, who got kinda surprised. Maybe I will make more mistakes next time, she said and smirked, making the man understand what she meant. Just like what I expected, naughty girl. And you fell for this naughtiness, Professor. He's shaking his head in disbelief. So full of yourself like always. But how come you got that low mark? You really didn't study at all. I did, just a little. But I didn't lie when I said it was because of me feeling tired after running to class. The man smirking again. Now I got more excuse to punish you again, she blinking her eyes. And do you think you could walk to the room by yourself in your sleep? Who do you think carrying you to bed last night, huh? Her eyes slightly widened. Wait, I just realized I woke up on our bed. He scoffed. Look like I need to fix so many things, making her embarrassed. How about going home now? Her eyes widened. I guess study at home for you is better. With me, she gulped. With me teaching you? Like a few minutes ago. My naughty little wifey.